Diamonds are a lie. They aren't rare, and they don't hold much value. In fact, they're only valuable because you've been tricked into believing they are. Go try selling one yourself and you'll see what I mean. In the meantime, let's examine how this all began. Meet Frances Gerety. She's the copywriter behind the infamous De Beers slogan, "A diamond is forever." Along with her colleague Dorothy Dignam, she helped transform the diamond from your average luxury item into a must-have symbol of love, marriage, and self-worth. Before 1938, Americans occasionally exchanged engagement rings, but the custom had not yet become the norm. At the time, De Beers controlled the diamond market, and engagement rings accounted for 75% of their U.S. sales. But the market for diamonds had been shrinking due to World War I and the Great Depression. Seeking guidance, they looked to the N.W. Ayer Advertising Agency, who commissioned a study to determine the public's view on diamonds. As it turned out, women weren't all that interested in diamond engagement rings. Women wanted to be different, they wanted to be smart, and if they were going to buy a luxury item, they wanted to have more to show for it than a tiny little ring. Like a washing machine, or a bigger house, or a new car. You know, useful stuff. Thanks to the study, De Beers' mission was now crystal clear. 1. Change the social attitude towards diamonds. 2. Go after the men. Men were the key to the market, because they were responsible for 90% of engagement ring sales. This raised the question of whether the use of propaganda in various forms could boost diamond sales in the U.S. So the brainwashing began, and the marching orders were set in stone. 1. Market diamond engagement rings as a must-have symbol of love. 2. Do not mention De Beers. 3. De Beers profits handsomely, because they control nearly all diamonds. De Beers subtly altered the public's idea of courtship by creeping their agenda into newspapers, magazines, and, especially, the sparkly new medium of motion pictures. Dorothy Dignam kept busy by making sure everybody knew diamonds were a Hollywood starlet's best friend. She wrote columns under the name Diamond.Dignam and described all the diamond jewelry that had been worn in the latest films, her theory being that the big ones sell the little ones. Eventually, the agency began lending jewelry for actresses to wear at the Academy Awards. And that is why we spend 2 months' salary on engagement rings. Because the salespeople told us to. And because they used Marilyn Monroe to make sure we'd remember to do it. At first, De Beers advertisements suggested that a man should spend 1 month's salary on a diamond ring. But it worked so well, they increased that suggestion to 2 months' salary. It was an elaborate plan, but it all worked. After 2 years, sales in the U.S. shot up 55%. It was during this time that Gerety came up with the iconic line, "A diamond is forever." When she first suggested it during a 1947 meeting, her colleagues didn't like it. Even she wasn't in love with the line, but it stuck, inadvertently proving that sometimes slogans are forever too. That slogan has shown up in every De Beers engagement ad since 1948, and it was named the slogan of the century in 1999. Today, over 80% of women in the U.S. receive diamond rings when they get engaged. Advertising mission accomplished. But that's all it is. Advertising. The moment you buy a diamond ring and walk out the jeweler's door, the value of that ring drops by more than 50%. How can they effectively sell them at such a high price? Well, the only way to increase the value of something that has no value is to make it scarce. So De Beers and other diamond miners restricted the supply to keep prices high. That brings us to the problem of blood diamonds. Because De Beers also bought diamonds from war-torn countries, where forced laborers, including children, mined them. These diamonds were usually garbage, so the company just hoarded them. But countless civilians still died due to the profits made from mining in areas of war. And that money often funds the activities of warlords, invading armies, and hostile militant groups. For this, the industry has faced many critics, which they answered by creating the Kimberley Process Certification Scheme. The scheme says that it ensures diamonds only come from countries that don't finance rebel groups or seek to overthrow UN-recognized governments. But it's very easy to beat this system, and diamonds can be transported from a conflict state to a non-conflict state and simply relabeled. Is there a definitive solution? Maybe. Here's a proposal to consider. Stop buying diamonds! Just think about it. If we all decided today, right now, that diamonds were nobody's best friend, they would immediately lose all value. And really, if you're going to invest 2 months' salary, you should probably consider investing in something that actually holds value, like your future, because futures are forever.